7 years ago, I predicted which Wonderkids would go on to become international superstars. And today we're going to go back and take a look at the two videos that I did. I did the English and I did the Germans. England, because I'm English and I wanted to try and predict the England Wonderkids, and Germany because they just won the World Cup. So getting into the Germany team, you're going to have to become world class. It is going to have to be an unreal Wonderkid prediction to get them right. We've got a whiteboard. We did this with icons. If you want to go and check it out, I reacted to my icon prediction and see how many I got right. You guys said that was too easy and too easy to guess, but this is going to need some serious ball knowledge. Like, people say YouTubers don't have ball knowledge. They would be right about myself, but maybe 7 years ago Andy did. Let's see what he's got to say for himself.
What is going on, lads? And welcome to the future German side. I have in the past done the future England side, so if you want to go and check that out.
Oh, okay, so I just clicked on the German one to start with. I haven't watched these videos in like 7 years. This is the second video. Okay. Maybe I was so successful in the England one that I decided to do it again. I don't know how I'd know I'm successful. Maybe you guys all agreed with me. Anyway, let's get into our first player. Here we go then. Who is our German goalie?
In goal, we're going to have Ter Stegen, and very...
Yes, hang on. I am, of course, a FIFA YouTuber, so all of my ball knowledge comes from FIFA. Ter Stegen, 90 rated. Jokes aside about terrible FIFA YouTuber ball knowledge. Let me check how many times Ter Stegen's actually played for Germany, because Manuel Neuer exists. 28 at senior level since making his debut on May the 26th, 2012. I'm going to give myself a point. Yes. Well done, Andy. Well done. That's a point. That's a point. He's not their first choice, but come on, it's Manuel Neuer.
I went for Ter Stegen simply because he's already been capped at senior level.
Oh, you big cheat past Andy. Okay, half a point. Half a point.
Let's now move on to the centre-backs. We've got Rudiger and...
I'm a genius. That's a point. Rudiger, man's on team of the year on this FIFA. He's just signed for Real Madrid. He's won the Champions League with Chelsea. He won the FIFA Confederations Cup in 2017 with Germany. He does play for Germany. That's definitely a dub. Well played past Andy. I was calling him old Andy in the previous video, in the icons one. Wait, who the hell is that? Ginter. Now, I know who Ginter is. I didn't realise he used to play for Dortmund, or I didn't remember that he used to play for Dortmund. Does Ginter play for Germany?
Later.
He does. He's played more than Ter Stegen. He is gold. So, you know, Wonderkids, I am pushing the boat out a little bit here. But Rudiger's silver. Like, he can't have been very old. That is some good predictor knowledge from me. I don't know where I'm getting this from, because I definitely couldn't do this now. Damn. Okay. Well, yeah, sure. We've been brought back down to earth, haven't we? Good. Damn. Yeah. Don't know who that is.
And he's got 7 caps playing for Borussia Dortmund with that classic Borussia Dortmund haircut.
Fraudulent that. He's got 7 caps when I made this video. He's got 7 caps when I'm making this video. He's got 7 caps when I made that one. He's got 7 caps when making this one. No, Andy. No. Okay.
We've got Shodrakan Mustafi, who...
Okay, this is a controversial, right? This man used to play for Everton. He was on Everton's books as a kid and was released by David Moyes, of all people, who was very good at, like, picking up a bargain, a hidden gem. He became a bit of a meme, didn't he? He went and played for Arsenal and stuff like that, but he has actually genuinely won the World Cup. That's a point. 3.5 out of 5. Not too shabby.
That's typical David Moyes. Apparently he hated youth players and just didn't give them a chance. And this guy just totally dropped. There you go. You can go for free. We don't even want you. He went over, and I'm not sure who he signed for straight away, but he's now playing over in the Spanish league, and he actually played in the World Cup squad and won the World Cup, and we let him go for nothing.
Good knowledge. Good ball knowledge past Andy. Current Andy has remembered it. Who's coming in at centre mid?
Kramer is, I think, how you pronounce his name.
He definitely shouldn't be in this team. Nah, I am bagging on myself and having a bit of a laugh and a joke. He's played 12 times for Germany, but I'm not going to give myself a point for that one. It's actually really hard to predict which players are going to go on to be world class. Like, professional scouts get paid a fortune to do this stuff, and even they can't do it reliably. You can't do it every single time. Did people know Haaland was going to be unreal at football when he was 16? Of course. Well, I mean, some people probably had a punt on him. But realistically, it's shooting fish in a barrel, isn't it? There's a million other players who could have been world class. So I'd say I'm doing an okay job so far. It's just a bit of fun at the end of the day. Let's see who else we've got in the German team, because I'm excited to see who we've got in England on. Let's have a click through. Draxler. Not the most, oh my god, he's amazing, and he's gone on to be world-class sort of player, but he's played 58 times. That is the most out of all of these, I think, so far. I didn't check Rudiger's stats. Let me double-check Rudiger's caps, because I just give myself Rudiger, because, you know, we all know Rudiger. Yeah, Rudiger's got 53. Draxler is the most capped person in this team so far. That is very, very interesting. Maybe not the most mind-blowing, the most amazing. This guy is one of the best players in the world, but a very solid player for Germany.
Here's for our
Kevin Volland, on the other hand. Perhaps not. He's got 15 caps. I guess this is difficult because, as we'll probably see with some of the England players, there is players who've played for England who they sort of just play in friendlies and stuff. But when it comes to taking a squad to the World Cup, would Germany take Kevin Volland to the World Cup? Maybe they did. I've got terrible football knowledge, especially about the German national team. Am I going to give myself a point for that? Absolutely not. No. Come on. Surely there's got to be like a Royce or a Goetze or something like that chilling in here. Okay. Let's try that again. Surely there's got to be a Royce or a Goetze chilling in here.
Leo Goetze.
Yes! Won Germany. Did he win Germany the World Cup?
What an absolute hero this guy is. If you guys remember, it was Schürrle that I was talking about, who isn't in this squad, but is probably going to be around in the German team for a very long time. Played a ball to Goetze, who kicked it in the back of the net and won Germany the World Cup at 22 years of age. 41 caps he's got already, just shows even though he's the same age as all of these players, he is just on another level. He is absolutely incredible.
Very true. Very true, past Andy. And he has 63 caps. Kind of gone on a bit of a decline recently. But, you know, with the highs that he had in his career, he's obviously, yes, that's a point, Andy. Well done, mate.
Leaves the striker, who we're going to have Timo Werner. He's a left.
That is out of left field, actually. Quite literally, he's left mid. But Silver Stuttgart, Timo Werner.
Mid on FIFA, but again, you guys reliably informed me that he is actually a striker in real life. He just gets played on left wing for Stuttgart. I think that is because they've already got strikers and stuff. And he's only very, very young. I think he's the youngest one in this squad. He's only 18.
That is from you guys in the comment section, because apparently it helps me and myself. That is some serious knowledge. Timo Werner, 18-year-old, predicted. He gets memed a bit in real life, doesn't he? Let's be honest. But actually, he's a really, really good player. Okay, let's move on then to the England one, where we can see, I didn't do honourable mentions in the German one. We've got honourable mentions, and I'm already giving myself a point because I can see Harry Kane. Yes, Andy. Well played. Let's see what I've got to say.
What is going on, lads?
Of course I have. Okay. Let's flick through this and see. You got this nice little bar at the bottom here. This is the most replayed bit, where I start to go, okay, let's quick fire through this. Harry Kane, yes. Jay Rodriguez was at one point like one of the best players in the Prem, wasn't he? And then he broke his leg and kind of had a bit of a nightmare. Michael Keane has played for England, has played incredible for Everton, but has similarly also played terrible for Everton. He played, here's a mad little anecdote for you. Michael Keane played like half a season for Everton with a broken foot, and he used to wear like a size 10 boot on one foot and a size 12 on the other, and he still used to play. That is mental, and fair play to him. That's very, very legitimate excuse for not having a very good end to the season, and I'll let him off. Harry Kane, no, is an absolutely great shout. Jay Rodriguez, I think, is unlucky on my part. Is that Will Hughes? He was all of the rage, but hasn't ever really broken in. Loftus-Cheek.
Derby, we've got Loftus-Cheek and we've got Chris Smalling.
Loftus-Cheek's actually 26 now. Wow, I thought he was still a lot younger than that. Okay, maybe that's a slight L. Chris Smalling. I'm going to reluctantly give myself a point for Chris Smalling. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section, right? They were already the honourable mentions, though. Harry Kane was in the honourable mentions. Who on earth's the striker in the team?
The England team in the future. So up first in goal, we have got Jack Butland.
It's not FIFA, Andy. Turns out I was incredibly good at predicting them for being sick in FIFA, but not in real life, unfortunately. Wait, hang on. This is FIFA 15. Yeah, was it FIFA 16 where Jack Butland's got his absolutely mental, everybody hated him, and he's basically a Team of the Year card? It was. So he was obviously playing very well this season, which is why I put him in, because he went up to a gold in FIFA 16, FIFA 17, FIFA 18, on through to now, but never quite broke in, did he? Who was the England goalie back then? Joe Hart was the main England goalie, and of course it's now Jordan Pickford, so not quite, unfortunately, on that one.
In front of him at centre-back, we are first up going to have a right-back. Now, both of these guys actually could be considered as right-backs. We have up first got Callum Chambers, and then next to him, we have got John Stones. Now,
50% isn't too bad. John Stones is actually outrageous at football, isn't he? Loved him when he was at Everton. Very sad when he left for City. Had a bit of a decline when he first went to City and wasn't always in the squad. And now he's actually so good and so reliable for City. Fair play. Callum Chambers is an interesting one because he's kind of come back into his own a little bit recently, hasn't he? And I'm going to give myself a no for Callum Chambers because I wouldn't say that he's become world class and he's become absolutely outrageous. Depending on your definition of world class, whether you're talking like literally Messi, Ronaldo, or whether you're talking the upper echelons of professional football, you could argue kind of John Stones. He's very good. World class is maybe going a bit far, but I'll give myself a point. John Stones is a solid shout.
John Stones is 20 and Chambers is 19. Like I said, both of them can kind of be considered as right backs, but I think both of them suit centre back much more.
It's also very good knowledge. John Stones is a centre-back in this FIFA, so, you know, it's not that good, but he did used to play right-back for Everton and is much better at centre-back. That has to be said. Who else have we got?
The current one there in Baines, and we're going to move down here and go to Luke Shaw. Plus, this guy is only 19, and he got bought for 30 million by Manchester United. That basically tells you it all. He's already basically a superstar, and hopefully he's going to carry on staying on the path he is to world-class stardom. Basically, he is kind of, in my opinion, not at that peak level, but he is only 19.
This is very interesting, actually, because Luke Shaw's had a bit of a roller coaster career, hasn't he? From this, what I've just talked about, or Old Andy's just talked about, to Jose Mourinho calling him fat and refusing to play him and stuff like that and calling him lazy, to he's actually kind of had a bit of a resurgence and he's really, really good again. He broke his leg again, as we were talking about, for Jay Rodriguez. The impact that can have on a player's career is absolutely crazy, but is Luke Shaw a point? I'll round myself up with the other half.
Beat Nathaniel Klein.
Interesting.
This guy is 23 and he's already got 3 caps, and in my opinion, even though he's in the future England team, because he is going to be the future of England, and he doesn't really play that much at the moment. He's only got 3 caps, like I said. I personally think that he should be in the England team right now. There's a couple of these guys, of course. Baines is going to play over Shaw. Jagielka and Cahill are going to play over these two. Hart is going to play over Butland. But in my opinion, Klein is the best English right back that we've got. Irrelevant to the fact that he's 23, which is still kind of young, but he's older than everyone else in this squad. He's just miles better than Glenn Johnson.
That is a very good point, Andy. Kyle Walker, however, though, surely should have been in this squad instead of Nathaniel Klein. Klein did actually do... He won stuff with Liverpool, didn't he? And he did quite well. He's tailed off in his career now. Obviously, this was 7 years ago. He's 30 now. It's a very dubious point. I give myself another half.
Miles better than Glenn Johnson and should be in the...
But he is miles better than Glenn Johnson. Old Andy does have a point.
In centre midfield, we have got this guy, Chalobah. Now, he is 20.
This is weird. This is very weird. Right. This is so close to being correct, but it's the wrong Chalobah. It's his brother that has actually turned out to be outrageous. This is Nathaniel Chalobah, who is now 27 and has never really broken into the Premier League or obviously broken into the England team if he can't get into a Premier League team. His brother, Trevor Chalobah, is 22. And as we all know, is absolutely outrageous and does actually play for Chelsea. If I was making this video again, would be in this. That is really, really creepy, actually. I kind of want to start giving myself all the points because that's some next level mysticism. But no, it's his brother. Okay, that's weird though. That is very, very odd. I wonder if let me know in the comments, is there any other instances of that where someone was predicted to go on to like mass stardom and then didn't, but their younger sibling came through and did it? Charles Leclerc is an interesting one like that, actually. Charles Leclerc's older brother, this is completely off topic, this is F1. His family didn't have enough money to put both of them through karting and junior racing and stuff like that, so they had to pick one, and they picked Charles because he was more likely to succeed. Very good decision because he's absolutely outrageous in F1 now, and he now pays for his younger brother to race because he's got loads of money now because he races for Ferrari, but his older brother never got to because Charles was slightly better. Very interesting. Anyway, moving on.
Tons of right mids. And this one is going to be Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who quite surprisingly is still only 21. I was a little bit baffled by this. He's actually younger than me, which is crazy. He seems to be in around for absolutely ages. And in my opinion, he's a very good player. He can play on the wing, either side. He can play in centre attack mid. He can even play centre mid if you really want him to. And
this is some creepy level of good ball knowledge from old Andy. I'm going to be honest with you. The fact that I knew all that about Oxlade-Chamberlain and predicted that he'd then go on to play there for Liverpool and stuff like that. Kind of mad. I'm going to give myself a point for that one. Oxlade-Chamberlain's a good shout. Yeah, he's again been curtailed by injuries, which is kind of sad. When you go back and do stuff like this, it's kind of disheartening how many players get their careers derailed by injuries like Oxlade-Chamberlain had, but he still had a sick career and he still won loads of stuff. And the next person in the news recently actually is Raheem Sterling for leaving City, but what a player he is.
Probably the biggest England talent of this generation at the moment. Raheem Sterling.
I mean, yes, 100%. Give myself a point. Harry Kane's chilling down there on the bench, though. That is very interesting. Harry Kane could go on to be England's all-time goal scorer, all-time top goal scorer, which is mad. Raheem Sterling is ridiculously good then, right? We've got 3 positions left. I guessed Goetze for the German one. I'm struggling to think who would I have put in this squad. If Kane's on the bench, he's not going to be a striker. I don't know. We're going to have to watch.
With Ross Barkley, who are we going to...
That's cuts deep as an Everton fan. Ross Barkley, he was meant to be the next Wayne Rooney, wasn't he? And he so almost was, and then he got injured again and he went to Chelsea and his careers completely fell off. So
Ross Barkley is 21. He's a couple of years older than him. but Barkley broke his leg and had like 18 months out, so they've kind of got the same level of football development, even though Barkley's a little bit older, so they're both basically going to grow and get absolutely ridiculous, hopefully, for Everton and Liverpool, and time will tell basically who is going to turn out to be the better player. Is it going to be Ross Barkley in that centre attacking mid role, or is it going to be Sterling on the wing, or even in the centre forward role himself? So
it's mad looking back at this and seeing Barkley compared to Sterling when you compare the careers that the two of them have had. That is kind of like, that isn't an outrageous thing to say at the time. Young Ross Barkley was a world beater, and so was Raheem Sterling. And Sterling carried on, and Barkley kind of plateaued and then fell off a little bit. That's kind of mad looking back, isn't it?
If we then move into centre attacking mid, we're going to pop in a bronze CM in this guy, Ryan Ledson.
We talked about this in the Erling Haaland video that I made the other day. And again, we've just talked about it now. It's so hard to predict who is going to be good. This guy, in this era of football for Everton, who've always had a pretty good academy, bringing through like superstars and players and stuff like that. Obviously, Wayne Rooney's the most recent example of that. Ryan Ledson was meant to be like the next Steven Gerrard or someone like that. Made his debut for us at like 16 and never really played again. It's crazy.
He's the youngest player in this team. He's just turned 17, as you can see, a few months ago now, actually. And basically, he captained that under-17s team for England that won the Euros a few years ago, or a couple of years ago, or a year ago, whatever it was. He was the captain of it. He just made his Everton debut the other day in the Europa League. A lot of young players did, but he is basically touted to be incredible, and apparently he's better than Barkley was when Barkley was his age, so we'll have to...
It's mad, isn't it, when you think about it like that? That is absolutely crazy, but yeah, Ryan Ledson is definitely on a point. He never really kicked on from being 17 and being absolutely outrageous, which is kind of mad. Right, who's the striker then if it's not Harry Kane? Saido Berahino. Andy. Okay, well... a lot more difficult, as I'm sure you guys told me anyway in the comment section of the icon one. It's a lot more difficult than the icon one, that. I've given myself 11.5 points. If I've tallied it up right, I'm sure Harry will have the actual counter on the screen. Do you think I've been fair? That's about a 50% strike rate, which I don't think is too bad. I guess I had a few extra guesses on the bench and give myself some honourable mentions for England, but I think 50% ain't bad. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you've got any other ideas for videos like this, let me know. Comment them down below if you see any other old videos you would like me to react to. If you want to watch the icon one or a different video, click here. It'll suggest you a good one. I'll see you guys next time. It's a good video right there. Click it. Go on.